How you doing? My name is Mr. Hafiz, CEO and founder of African Radio, which owns African Radio Cares. This message is a message in regards to us as Africans in the community. We know there's 54 countries out there, of course. We know majority of us stay within our community. If you're a Sierra Leonean or Nigerian or Ghanaian, you may just go to those functions or those parties or events that may be happening in the community. Today I bring you a message that needs to be brought. You may or may not know we are African Radio, the big voice of Africa. I've been around for 10 years. And the main purpose of us was to give a voice, a big voice, to what's happening in our community here in the States and back home. So this message is about caring for each other. It's about unity. It's about unifying. It's about when things happen in a community, what happens. We've been doing a great job in helping our fellow men and women back home, wherever country you're from. I'm from Sierra Leone. I know a lot of people who have done some great things for my country. But I think we tend to forget that we are also outside of Africa. There are those who may have issues, problems, concerns, and may not have a way or means to get it solved. This is a major issue in our community. Today I bring you a loss of an individual, a fellow Sierra Leonean. I personally don't know him, but his story touches me. His story touches me because I have an uncle who made it possible for me to be in this country. He brought my mom, later my mother brought me, and then from there, my family came. A while back, we found him dead in his house. Nobody knows what happened. To this day, no one knows what happened. And I vowed that I cannot let that go. I vow that if anything happens, or ever happen again to individuals in my community or beyond, I have to use this means called African Radio to talk about it. In life, we do fear about talking. We do fear about talking the truth, speaking the truth, but we cannot. We've lost a great individual. From the stories I've heard of him, he's an incredible individual, a great person, friendly person, but he's also a person from Sierra Leone, an African man, who didn't have that many family here, who was young and married. Hasn't been in this country for too long, didn't know that many people, but he got sick. He got sick with cancer, and it was recently told that he didn't have that much to live. He was told 10 days he had to live. And of course, as an African, as a Sierra Leonean, when he's told that you have 10 days to live, we may be in disbelief. We may not understand. But we do well in America or abroad because we don't say that it's witch. We don't say that somebody's out to get us. It may be a sickness that maybe we don't know about or we know about, but didn't know how to get help until it was too late or we never got help. Today I come to you, my fellow Africans, my fellow Sierra Leoneans. Let's unify. Not only in parties or events or baby showers or weddings or marriages, but also in health. In Africa, there's a saying, it takes a village to raise a child. When we come to this country, we forget about that because our life has begun to work, to go to school, to care about me and my family. And I must tell you, my fellow Sierra Leoneans and Africans out there, no, that has to stop. You know why it has to stop? Let's not just say because when it hits me, that's when it's time for me to act. You act when it hits anyone, anybody you hear about. because they're going through the same struggle you're going through. They came from a foreign land and they're here in a foreign land. I have a lot to say about this, but I'm going to keep it brief and short. Today I'm asking you for your help. We've created a GoFundMe link. Majority of you know what that is. Today this individual has passed away. His family are not here. His few friends are gathering together. His wife is by herself with some of her family. They're trying to find a way and a means of what to do. How do we send him back home? How do we bury him? What do we do? Majority of us don't have the funds to help. Majority of us live on a week-to-week basis or bi-weekly basis in our paychecks. Times have been hard, so majority of us may not have a job. So that goes back to why I'm doing this video. What happens if it happens to you? What happens if it happens to somebody that you know of? What happens if you hear about somebody in your community from your country? What do we do? I tell you, my fellow Africans, and all those foreigners out there who are here, it's time we act. Time we start to unify. Start putting plans together, ideas together, creating a network that we can use to help our fellow man and woman. Somebody who's sick, somebody who just passed, somebody going to a nursing home, somebody getting married, somebody that just came here to this country and needs help, somebody who just had a child, and somebody who just died. Below this video, there will be a link to the GoFundMe account. We ask that you can please, whatever you can do, click on this link and donate something. $1, $5, $10, $25, $50, whatever you can donate, you donate. There will also be a phone number to reach out to the individuals who are helping him. And like I said, I do not know him, but he's my brother. He's my brother because he's from Sierra Leone, but also he's my brother because he's a human being. My fellow Sierra Leoneans and Africans, some of you may know me as part of African radio. I tend to work from behind the scene. You may not see my face that much, but the work I do from behind the scene is because of you, my fellow Africans. But when something like this happens, I have to leave behind the scene and come up front and use my voice, the ideas, the ability that God has given me to reach out to my people, to give a light to what's happening. Look around you, look in your mind, look in your heart, and think about what would happen if this was you. Think about what would happen when it happened to you already. Majority of us have lost friends and family. But think about being in this country, being alone, not knowing that many people, not knowing what to do, where to get help. Think about somebody passing, the cost of burial, the trouble of deciding, do we send him back home or do we bury him here? How do we do it? Where does the money come from? He doesn't have insurance. Doesn't have life insurance. Once this has happened, the individual has passed. Yes, that's tough. But let's think about what's even tougher than this. What happens to the individual's family, the wife, the husband, the kids? How do they move on without any help? I ask of you, please, click on this link, share this video, and let's get some help for this brother. But also, let's start talking and put into place a network of us to help those who may need the help. Let's raise funds. Let's do fundraisers. Let's do banquets. Any ideas you may have to create an organization that will help those who are here abroad who needs the help. It is with great sadness to do this video in a time like this when the individual has passed. But it is with great joy because we now can talk about the solutions of coming together to help ourselves, help our fellow men, their children, their family in a time of need. Because not only in Africa does it take a village, but also here in the diaspora, it takes a village. We ask for your help, and we know that you have the ability in your hearts, in your minds, to help. It's tough, yes, but any amount will do. We thank you for listening. My name is Mr. Hafiz, the big voice of Africa, African Radio, and this is African Radio Cares. Please support this individual in a time of need, because you also will need support in your time of need. Thank you.